Hey everyone, if you recognize this background, you old. If you have not seen a video of mine or it's been a while, my name is Catherine. I'm 24 and I work a 9 to 5, actually a 7 to 4 job in tech sales, typically in an office. Right now I'm working from home from my parents' house. I'm not in San Francisco. That was one of the questions from my last week in my life, was whether I'm at my apartment right now in San Francisco, and I'm not. I'm home with my parents. I carefully considered, what I was gonna do with the, lockdown, and I decided to bunker down with my parents for, it's been like already 6 or 7 weeks, and I'll be here for the foreseeable future just because I don't wanna go back and forth and, risk infecting my roommates and my parents. I think it's important to stay in one place as much as possible. That's that on that. This week should be a fun one because our head of people ops, I guess you could call it, announced last week that they're manually entering in a holiday this Friday for the whole company globally, which is so nice. I think the day is called International Families Day or something, so it's absolutely blessed. I was so goddamn excited when I heard that. Of course I'll be vlogging that, so. It is Monday. I don't know if I said that, but today I have a lot of internal one-on-ones and syncs with my sales ecosystem I work with, so I'll jump on some calls and then catch back up with you guys. If we want to sort of do a refresh.
That's why I stay prayed up daily. Drive me crazy. I can't stay away. It's sweet like candy. Coco. All I ever wanted was a brown skin girlfriend. Real class, gotta keep a happy rats tea in the gym bag. It's not even out yet. Wait, how she even get that? Yeah, that's what your friends say. That is be from naysay. I might take Lil' Mama to Bahama for the vacay. At the guala every time a celebration. Do you never doubt it? Always thought that I'd taste it. Holla, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, we gon' make it. Drop, slow, ride through the city with a sweet tooth. I made a left on Sterling, about to see you. Tryna see where this road lead to. So it's only right we playing Nipsey Hustle.
Boom, 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 boom. 4 in a row. Boom, 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 boom.
Like power washing will do great, not rip at the bits power wash.
Well, that is beautiful.
Thank you.
What's underneath it?
Sunflower butter.
Okay.
Okay. This is one of my recently rediscovered loves. I've been eating it for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for dessert. Any time of day or night, it hits. I don't even like banana that much, but there's no way to screw this up. Absolutely no way to screw it up. Comment down below what your favorite work from home meal is, because this is my staple, but I'm curious to know what yours is.
With the broken heart, I know growing up, it's not what it seems. Man, half of you is 30, half is 17. Wish we could live in the moment. It gets harder and harder to focus. We just ran, so it's harder to own it. So if it helps ya, I'm here with ya.
I wish so desperately that I could put all the music I'm listening to in this video, but for copyright reasons, YouTube doesn't want me to. So, gentle plug if you want to follow me on Spotify. Just search for literally Katherout, and I update this every single day. You can tell I've added 8 songs today. I have almost 1,600 songs on here. It's really good music to work to. Right now I'm working on something that's really nice that my company does, which is quarterly check-ins. Obviously I talk to my manager on a weekly basis one-on-one, but once a quarter they kind of rolled out this program where we meet and we don't just talk about how I'm doing right now. We talk about what I want to improve and just do an audit basically of my career and where I want to go. So I'm filling out the check-in survey just so that I can think through some of these things. What is your why and what you want to be known for, which is so crucial in your career to figure that out. And then specific goals I have, professional or personal. So for me, I want to get promoted. I want to win an award at our sales conference. I want to move to Seattle or move abroad. And I want to buy a condo in the next 3 years. All of those tie in one way or another, whether it's the finances from my job or my performance or my networking, whatever it may be, but it's kind of fun to think through these things. And if we were doing it in person, a lot of times we'll just get coffee and chat, or go up to the rooftop and chat, which is so fun. I kind of miss my office. but I also have no idea what it's gonna be like to go back in there, so feel free to answer those questions for yourself and leave them in the comment section. I'd love to read them. All right, I am what they call done with work for the day. In this case, I actually think I am. It's about 5 o'clock, so I hit the nail right on the head. I'm about as close to inbox zero as conceivably possible, and I'm ready to peace out, start my night.
Roll it.
Well, I didn't see any.
How you doing? Still filming?
Wanna say hi?
No.
No!
No. Not today.
Elizabeth said Yellowstone's open.
Depends on what line you read on their website.
Every national park is closed.
Yeah. Uncle Rob pointed out the same thing today.
No, you can't do the trails. Like, we
No,
literally,
I know.
like, what if all the restaurants are closed and everything? Welcome back to my cluttered little editing corner. Clutter used to drive me crazy, and now I don't mind it. How funny is that? Tonight is day 1 of editing a new video. Importing and doing the rough cut is by far the longest stage of my editing process. No one ever taught me how to edit, so I just sort of self-learned, and I'm sure like every single YouTuber has a different way that they edit. It is 8:27 right now. I'm gonna give myself an hour and a half to get as far as I feasibly can. I did film this video for like 5 or 6 hours, so I don't think that'll even encompass a third of just the rough cut portion of editing, so.
She don't want roses to bloom. She's so bulletproof with those eyes. All my attention's on you. It's the little things. It's the little things. But I'm tired of acting like I'm not hopeless. Show me where your heart is, I'm hoping you can say the words I need to hear. Tell me you want me, baby.
Hey, it's Tuesday and I'm listening to Sutra and Stevens, so that's all the context you really need for how I'm feeling. I just made an appointment to see the chiropractor this afternoon, which is bound to be the highlight of the day, really. I also haven't been able to braid my hair like this in probably 2 or 3 years, so I'm in desperate need of a haircut and my back cracked. My knees have also been hurting. Not a problem I usually have, but I just started working out last week after taking 2 months off, which I feel no guilt about. And I specifically did like 30-minute low impact classes I could find on YouTube to ease myself back in with like just body weight, no weights, like really just simple cardio. And my knees have been like killing me. I think it's probably runner's knee, which I had to Google because God knows I am not a runner, but somehow I still have really sore knees. So I iced them yesterday, and maybe the chiropractor can help with that, maybe not. It's probably because I have really bad form when I'm working out. I have found some like knee friendly low impact workout classes on YouTube, so I'm just gonna try those this week, but I haven't really talked about working out too much in the past, and I don't think I will continue to talk about it too much just because personally, and I don't know if you guys also feel this way, I don't really like it when influencers announce every single workout they do because I'm insecure enough where I get threatened. If I see too much of that on my feed and in Instagram stories, I start to feel like, well, what am I doing that I'm not perfect and fit and on top of it. Like, I should not feel personally attacked by other people's actions, but I don't know. Exercise is one of those tender topics that I feel like anyone talks about it and you start to register it yourself and think about how you're doing fitness-wise, and that certainly wasn't why I started working out. All of this is to say, if you feel pressure to work out or be perfect during this time, don't. Rest is where it's at. That's all my goal is every single day. Work-wise, today has been piling up. I just got 8 emails within the span of 14 minutes, so it's time to dig in more. I've had like 4 hours of back-to-back calls already, but I've been feeling a little scattered. It is 1 p.m., so I have about 3 to 4 hours before I wrap. And I'll probably catch back up with you guys then.
You leaned in closer, I should have kissed you. Your hair was longer, I pulled away from it and moved to the city, over the Tappan Zee Bridge.
I just had a call with my volunteer role that I have in my company. I think I talked about it a bit on the last work week I did. I'm listening to like disco music right now. Basically, I work with this program that is a women's executive shadowing program. So I got to participate in it last year. Women apply every year and then we interview them and match them up with an executive at the company. So some people shadow the CEO, CMO, CFO, all the way down to directors and senior directors. So cool that my company does that. But the best part about volunteering for the program is that every single call, it's all people that have participated in the program. So of course it's all women. And these calls, they're an hour and a half. And every single time I hop on, like an hour and a half, it's gonna be super long, like hard to pay attention. But these are the most efficient, effective, competent calls all week. Like I get on there and I am just like amazed by what we're able to get done with all of these powerful, ambitious women. Like nothing makes me happier to see what a company would be like that's exclusively run by women. Hello. It's now 4 o'clock. I just had my last call of the day and it's time for my chiropractor appointment, which means I get to drive, which I never do anymore, and listen to good music. Just girly things. Anytime I get to go anywhere while I'm working from home is an absolute luxury. I know that chiropractors can be kind of controversial in terms of whether they help or not. They definitely help me because I have a curvy ass spine due to my scoliosis. I just need someone to just put my spine back where it belongs, you know? I have never heard my back crack that loudly in my entire life. That was insane because it was like 3 or 4 months of buildup where usually I try to go like every couple months. I started following a couple of chiropractors on TikTok and wish I'd gotten that on video because it was so satisfying. Because I worked out. Watching that back, it probably looked like one of those water aerobics classes for 80-year-old women because it was very, very low impact. The title is literally 35-minute knee-friendly cardio workout plus knee strengthening exercises. And I didn't expect it at the end, but it was really nice that she did almost like knee rehab. And I never dread these is the important thing. Like I never dread doing one of these workouts because they are manageable. Like I get my heart rate up, I start sweating, but it never gets to the point where I feel like I can't do it. And at least now I've earned washing my hair. I'm gonna make some poached eggs. Both runny.
Yay! Good job! High fives all around.
Breakfast is like one of the only foods where if you make it yourself, it tastes better. Unlike salads, mental health restored.
Post-tax certificate completion.
Not bad for a Wednesday, don't you think? Not too bad. I'm giving myself my lunch break, which is supposed to be an hour by state mandate, and I never actually take the full hour. But I have a lot of organization I need to do around my desk, so I figured I'd show you guys that. And then I was gonna show you guys my desk setup as well, because I refreshed it. Don't judge me for my grout outfit either, okay? Just got a notification that Amazon delivered a very important package. I've bought so little during quarantine. This is the last thing I thought I would ever purchase. Books, specifically Sally Rooney books. I recently became obsessed with Normal People after watching the show on Hulu. Like, I will never be able to watch TV in peace again. Nothing has lived up to the sheer emotional magnitude of that show. It's so beautiful. The acting is unreal, the music is so good, cinematography excellent, like the plot flawless. It's one of the few shows where I really wish I could watch it again for the first time and just see it through fresh eyes, because I've never seen something like that in my entire life. So I got the book immediately. Like, I finished the show on Saturday night, cried, journaled 5 pages about it. I had to order the book because I know I kind of messed up and watched the show first instead of the novel. Since it came this week, I decided to save it for my day off on Friday. I'd be lying if this weren't half the reason I'm looking forward to Friday, is just so I can dig in here and just have uninterrupted time. The BBC has done it again. First Fleabag, now Normal People, and wow. Okay guys, I'm kind of freaking out because I was just on my team call with my manager and the rest of my team, and she sort of floated the idea by that we probably will not go back into the office until 2021. Which initially when she said that, I wasn't so surprised because a lot of other tech companies like Facebook, Google, Twitter, they've all announced the same thing. But then like half my team right now is not in their SF apartments. They're at their parents' houses or their boyfriend's house or in Tahoe. So people started to bring up, well, like, is everyone gonna go back to San Francisco then? What's gonna happen? And then that started me thinking that my lease is up July 31st, and I wasn't even thinking about not going back into the office, but God, like after it's been like 7 weeks at home, and if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I lived at home with my parents for the first 2 years after graduation. I just moved up to San Francisco last summer, so it's almost been a year, and I have been just at my parents' house paying rent towards an apartment I'm not living in, and so now I'm like, shoot, do I move back home and cancel the lease because I'm trying to save as much as I can to eventually buy a condo? But like, oh, my head is spinning with all the variables and the what ifs, and like I pay almost $1,500 a month in rent, so it's like that's $1,500 I could be pocketing. My biggest concern is like leaving my roommates hanging, and up until this point, like there was no real conversation of not renewing the lease. We didn't talk about it, but now I'm like, I don't even know if I'll be able to post this clip until I talk to them about it. I've thought about it for all of like 15 minutes, and one of my other goals is moving to Seattle. Maybe I do that next spring or next summer if I can make it work with my job. Ugh, as you can tell, I'm so scattered right now, but I just wanted to talk this through with you guys. Like, what do you think makes sense? Like, should I basically renew my lease? It's up July 31st. So it's May right now. It's up July 31st. Do I renew my lease from August of 2020 to July of 2021 and just go up there and basically just live in lockdown in my apartment with my 2 roommates? Hopefully sometime during my lease, SF as a city reopens. Like, I'm thinking probably September maybe. Because like, even if I'm not commuting to work, at least I'll still have the apartment in the city, and I can see people in September, and we can go to restaurants and parks and have a normal life. Normal. Like, it still won't be normal. It's like either I pay 0 rent here or I pay $1,500 a month to live in San Francisco and not have full access to it for however many months it's gonna be. Like, there's just so many what ifs and uncertainties that I just don't know what to do here. Like, the last thing I want to do is make a rash decision to not renew the lease and leave my roommates in a tough spot to find someone during this really hard time where I can't imagine that many people are looking for leases. I was just so happy, like literally 2 months ago, to have an apartment that I feel confident renewing and that I can leave all my furniture in there and that my roommate situation was good and that I would just have that constant. And now I'm just literally rethinking everything, doing a 180 of just wondering if I move up to Seattle or stay down here, go up to SF. Help, what do I do? I am very, very privileged to be in this position where I can afford to evaluate this, and I have parents that I can live with. That's such a blessing that I do not take for granted. I know school changes have happened, job changes have happened, like everyone's kind of in a transitional phase. I didn't even know I would be in this decision-making mode until 30 minutes ago when that bomb was sort of dropped that I didn't really fully think through. It could go either way. Thumbs up this video if you like the longer rambling clips, or if you want the shorter, punchier updates that I usually try to give you guys. I'm 1 for 4 on my to-do list for today, so I still have a good amount of work left, but I definitely need to work out today to relieve some of this overthinking in my head. Just finished eating my second banana toast of the week. It is Thursday, which is pretty good. Like 2 in a week, pretty average, nothing too crazy. It is my Friday though, because I have that global day off tomorrow that my company is doing. I'm well aware I look severely busted because I stayed up till midnight getting a rough draft of the video I was editing done and over to the sponsor so that they could review. That felt good, but then I had insomnia last night and I didn't fall asleep until like 1:30, 1:45. My mind was just racing, I think because of all the uncertainty. I just do not do well with uncertainty anyway, and this time has, you know, been a heavy dose of uncertainty. I do think I need to make an appointment with my therapist to talk through with her and just make sure that I'm processing this the right way. She's not my life coach, so I'm not really sure if she's supposed to weigh in on these kind of decisions, but I really like hearing her perspective, and she's always very validating and comforting, so I think that's what I want to do. But I've just been seeing more and more people sort of evaluating similar options to me of like just not renewing a lease or moving into a new apartment and just, you know, hunkering down at home for a while. And ultimately, like, if I don't renew my lease and I hate it after a couple months, I could find a new apartment. Like, I could find a new apartment and move in somewhere. So it's not like as permanent a decision as it feels right now. But it's also come to my attention that a lot of states, like, everyone's back to work, which is so weird because California, I mean, just is not moving in that direction at all. I think I'm gonna work from here a little bit today just because I'm feeling super random. I don't have a lot of calls this morning until about 11:30 or 12, so it's nice that I get to kind of dive through some work before jumping on. Okay. New 1975 song out today is good. FYI. I got some questions in my last video about what keyboard I use, how much money I make that I could possibly have 2 computers. Just to clear things up, these are not 2 computers. This is my work laptop provided by my company. If/when I leave the company, then I'll return it. So it's not like my laptop, it's the company laptop. And then once they announced that the offices were going to shut down, like 2.5 months ago now, they said that we could go back in and pick up all of our desk stuff to work from home with. So I grabbed my keyboard here, which like is just an ergonomic keyboard. It's way better than the Mac keyboard. So this is like an Evoluent keyboard. I'm not a left-hander. Someone pointed out that I had a left-handed mouse. I do have a left-handed mouse. It's actually, you know, symmetrical, so it can go either way, but I set it up for my left hand because it's my right shoulder with my scoliosis that sticks out. Like, this is my chicken wing. because of the way that my spine curves, so it's important to like demobilize this as much as possible and then just use my left hand. And I'm becoming ambidextrous a little bit with it, so I'm not mad about it. This is also from my office. This laptop stand I highly recommend. It is a Rain Design M stand and it's like 30-ish bucks off Amazon. I also have, I don't know if you can see this, but I also have this right here. This dock, which has a bunch of ugly cables plugged into it. I need to figure out a way to like clean that up more. So this Thunderbolt dock is nice because you can plug in your monitor, your charger, your Bluetooth little thing for your keyboard, your mouse, your headset charger, your iPhone charger, anything into here. And then I just have to connect this one cable to my laptop and then that connects everything through here. So it's nice because when I want to go to the living room, I can just take off one cable instead of disconnecting like 5 dongles, and it just makes it cleaner. So again, this is from my office. Like, if it were my own money, I would not be purchasing half these things. I probably would not have even purchased a monitor, but most of the stuff I just took home from my desk that they set up every single employee with. And then I also have my Jabra headphones. These have noise canceling. I'm one of those people that noise canceling kind of hurts my ears. Like, it feels like pressure pushing in on them, so I don't use it too much. I think that's it. And for those of you working in like a similar industry, I'm sure you have a similar situation. It's like basically the status quo in tech. I'm not special, just to put it out there. All right, I've made the executive decision that now that it's officially the weekend for me, it's like 6 o'clock, I finished up work maybe 2 hours ago. I'm gonna go for a little bike ride. Tonight I'm gonna absolutely kick it and not even think about being productive. Let's ride.
Call my parents up, tell them I'm not coming home. So long silent movies, to waking early, staying late. I think I'll head on down to Reno and try my hand at real estate. And I'll fix up a Cadillac and find a girl who likes to dance so slow.
It's my day off. Serotonin Fridays, baby. I woke up late at like 10:30, slept the hell in, woke up in a much better mood than I went to bed with last night. I was just in a funk yesterday night. I probably journaled like 10 pages of how I was feeling. I have no right to feel that way, but somehow I was still feeling super shitty for no reason, but that's just mental health, isn't it? Sometimes you have good days, sometimes you don't. And I'm glad that my company literally forced a mental health day upon us and gave the whole company it, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have taken it, just because it feels weird to take time off right now because there's not even much I can do. So tentative plan for today is to get some in and out. I'm buying a few groceries right now and we're gonna go to one of the parks that recently opened, one of my favorite parks. Haven't been there in probably a decade. Get my hammock out for the season. Let's do it. That is a line. It's okay, I'll wait. Got nowhere to be today. Got no calls to make. No rush, unless it's a serotonin rush.
Hi, Miss, how are you?
Hi, good, how are you? Can I do a grilled cheese?
Okay.
No tomato with onion, a fry, and a Neapolitan shake.
All right, will this be for the car?
Yes.
We'll give you till open front this.
Thank you. It is a beautiful day. Like, absolutely beautiful. Yes, baby.
Losing breath is getting dark. I think I might need CPR. Tell me, do you love me like I do? Tell me what you willing to prove, cause I ain't got nothing to lose. It's true, you mean the world to me. Travel around the globe, but I know that you're the only girl for me. And I gotta let you know, she likes chocolate covered strawberries and wine. She likes notes that say I love you all the time. Roses at your feet, baby girl be mine. Baby girl be mine.
Look, you know you the baddest in the game. Show you how to blow like Lil Wayne. Baby, I ain't hard to please. Girl, tell me what you need. Year-round Valentine. I'm just trying to get some time. Would you spend the night with me? Maybe spend your life with me. Check me if I'm trifling. Let me be your best.
It's been obscenely nice to come out here and just listen to nature and read this beautiful freaking book. Sally Rooney is a Marxist legend, and she's created something so special. It's nice to escape a bit today, and if you don't own a hammock, it's probably one of the best things I've bought under $50 in my entire life. It's no joke. This view was just unreal today. I love you all. Thanks so much for your support after watching this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time, and Katherout.